I'm not being funny, I didn't realise that changing my setup would bring out my beauty. I look good. Nah, that sounded funny in my head. That's a way to lose viewers off the mark, innit? No, but what do you think? It's nice, innit? Just agree with me, please. I paid, if I'm being totally honest, more than I wanted to. So some Ethannn, it looks great comments would be a treat. I actually got a bargain with it all, to be honest. Like the panels on the back wall, I got them from the small business on TikTok. I'll link them down in the description. They sorted me out big time. And they look good, don't they? So TikTok's useful for some things. Other than that, it's shit. I thought the Chinese were ahead of the game with all the technology and stuff. Can someone please just buy this platform off them? Like now, TikTok, that's the actual name of the owner, believe it or not. But yeah, I hope you like it. If you don't, tough shit. Get used to it. I pumped more money into this room than Jake Paul's pumped steroids into his ass. And that brings me on to today's video. So the Paul family have a reality TV show. Like, how does that happen? The definition of reality, according to the Oxford Dictionary, the state of things as they actually exist, as opposed to an idealistic or notional idea of them. So just based on that definition alone, all reality TV shows are full of shit. I can't believe they've combined two of the worst things on the planet together. The Paul family and these not so reality TV bullshit. When I first saw it, I was like, no, surely not. HBO won't spend the time and effort to create a dedicated show about a family that nobody likes. But it's real. It's actually fucking real. Where did they see that encouraged this to happen? Like, what was the catalyst? Was it Jake Paul fighting men with Parkinson's? Or was it Logan Paul who films suicide victims and scams thousands with his crypto zoo? Like, what made him go, yeah, people want that?
It's a little erotic, bro. Like we're...
Fuck me, look at him. Jake looks like a vandalized sex doll for homosexuals, and Logan looks like the guy who would scam you into buying one. They look like if Candy Floss hit puberty. The hair looks like what I imagine Tumbleweed to look like in Barbie Land. It looks like dyed asbestos. Okay, I'm gonna stop now.
Both in these. At what point do we go from being brothers to lovers?
Okay, alright, let's just break that down, because the way they're editing it makes it seem crazy, right? But when you actually look at what we're seeing, it's just the same shit we've seen before. Like, we get it, Jake Paul started a fire in his back garden of his old mansion. Like, we've seen it multiple times before. They bring it up in anything related to his life. It's not that crazy. Americans love just to over-dramatize shit and make it seem like he's insane and uncontrollable. No, he was and still is a privileged little gobshite. This must be just fueling Logan's ego, because for those that don't know, he's actually already had a documentary made about him, but it's on YouTube, and Logan thought it was going to be on Apple TV. But no, the guy just uploaded the full thing to his YouTube channel. And for someone that's a WWE super twat, it's struggling to reach 500,000 views. You know why, don't you? Because no one gives a fuck. And it's funny because when you know Logan thought it was going to be on Apple TV, watching that documentary now just makes it 10 times better. Because he goes real deep into his personal life and he just uploaded it to his YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure he went on TMZ crying about it. Let me find that.
When a narrative is being told about you that is so far from the truth because there's a one-sided story, it led to sleepless nights. It led to paranoia. It led to a manic state.
Oh, you poor fucker. So for all those people who he scammed out of pocket with his crypto zoo, hope you're aware, like I really do, that it led to Logan having sleepless nights in his multi-million-dollar mansion in Puerto Rico that you paid for. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Because I thought he had my best interest in line, because I trusted this guy to do a profile on my life, and I let him in for 5 months under the pretense that it was going to be a show on Apple TV, and yesterday it airs on his YouTube channel.
Just that alone, like, why the fuck does it matter where it's been published? The ego this man has to think a documentary about his privileged life deserves to be on Apple TV is fucking hilarious. Like, the platform it's been posted on is going to make it have any more meaning. Logan, no one gives a flying fuck. People have their own lives to live with real struggles. We don't need another documentary of a public figure trying to paint this sob story. We don't want to fucking hear it, man.
I'm in a weird position because although I think the piece was okay, the whole experience had been sour for me because I put my story into the hands of someone who I don't think was really looking out for me.
What? Because he didn't go on a specific platform? He still wasted 5 months of his life filming you, man. That's something most people couldn't do, just be around your bullshit for 5 months straight. He deserves a fucking pay rise, if anything. But they won't give him that because Logan likes to take money and that's it, really.
Obviously, it was originally intended for a streaming platform, didn't work out, so we're airing it through the channels that we've had for my existing show.
In other words, he offered the show to Apple and Apple went, no, fuck that. And good job they did, because then they'd have been added to the Logan Paul scam list. Apple aren't stupid. HBO, on the other hand, have been added to the list right under Crypto Zoo and WWE. The scam list is developing every day. KSI's on it as well. KSI genuinely thinks he's friends with Logan now. He definitely just didn't use him to create Prime and get more money. He just didn't. He didn't.
All different aspects of his life. And I'm super grateful for that. Even
Graham, do you know why I did that, Graham?
Because you trusted us.
No, because I thought it was going on Apple TV, like you told me.
Yeah, Graham, do you not know who Logan Paul is? It's not just some scumbag off the street, it's Logan Paul, Graham. So this documentary about his life that no one cares about should have been on a platform that people pay a monthly subscription for. I think Apple probably realised how many subscriptions they would have lost if they went through with this idea.
I have printed here hordes of emails from your team. Apple TV episode, Apple location release, debut of my Apple TV episode that you guys sent.
I loved his receipts, does Logan. But no matter how many receipts you're showing me, you're failing to acknowledge the biggest receipt of them all. And that's the facts. You're a Anyways, I best move on to this fucking show, and I could be here all day talking about this fucking melon.
Just saying, people loved the Menendez Brothers show.
Oh, shut them.
Yeah, that's because it was real, mate. It actually happened. It's a show about two brothers who were sexually abused by their dad, so they killed both the parents. I don't even think news coming out that Greg Paul sexually abused you two would even make me any more interested.
Yeah. This is America. Yeah. The currency isn't being liked. The currency is attention.
I mean, he's not wrong, is he? Like, he's just not wrong. Everyone hates him, yet look where he is. I can respect the daily vlogs he used to do back in the day, because there's absolutely no way I could be asked to do that every single day, so I can appreciate that, right? But the more famous he's getting and the more Hollywood seems to be promoting him, he's ironically losing his sense of reality. So what a great time to make a reality TV show. Fuck's sake. Right at his fakest point of life.
What can you do with attention? The answer is anything.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it.
Just clips of Jake Paul beating up people half his size. We love to see it.
When we standing on business, I'm
the WWE is a weird one, isn't it? I don't watch wrestling, I never have done. I feel as though it was better back in the day before it started to become more of a fucking circus. Like, I understand why people like it, so don't start fucking crying, I don't want to hear it. But they've made Logan Paul a wrestler, which I understand, the bloke's just a juiced up athlete, he's good at it. But we all know who he is. So I personally just don't get how people can follow these storylines with Logan in them when we all fully know how much of a prick he actually is. Like, surely that takes away what feels somewhat real about it, right? People like to follow these storylines because these wrestlers live and die by these characters they've created. And then all of a sudden we have this YouTube vlogger join the mix and it's like, yeah, I'm not buying it. Because again, we all know how much of a genuine dickhead he is. And I've seen that they're starting to play on it a little bit now. Like, I've come across clips of him getting like intensely booed by these American wrestling fans, which them alone are an interesting breed of human. But I feel as though Logan thinks they're booing his WWE persona. But they're not, they're booing him because of how much of a genuine, unlikable prick he's become. And it just doesn't help that his brother's in another sport trying to organise fights with his local retirement homes all the time. It's a weird bubble, that wrestling world, and I personally just don't have time for the shite. I can already feel the fucking John Cena fans or some shit getting ready to type comments to defend wrestling. Just a bunch of roided up men in speedos pretending to fight each other. Like, it does come across a bit gay, doesn't it? Even the way they submit each other is a bit fucking questionable, innit? Just wrapping your arm underneath a man's sweaty leg whilst dripping in oil. And to get out of the submission, you have to thrust yourself in the air. I'm just saying.
And now it's time for America to meet our family.
What is wrong with you?
Cancel culture can suck my ass all day long. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, shut up, you creepy nonce. Does this man understand the problems his sperm has caused to this world? Thanks to this paedophile, our senior citizens are now living in fear, just in case Jake Paul sends him a contract they can't resist. And people can't even kill themselves now without being advertised by Logan Paul. They mentioned the Menendez brothers earlier, and looking at him now, I'm starting to see a bit of similarities.
For all the women out there that say, oh, you're toxic, kiss my toxic ass.
The outspoken father with limited vocabulary, it seems.
Lick my ass, suck my ass.
Yeah, alright, Greg, we get it, man. They're probably calling you toxic because you look like the ringleader of a redneck trafficking group.
The internet could be so mean. Did you drop your kids on their head?
Yeah, but did you? Like, seriously. Something went wrong somewhere. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm running with the Menendez story so far. I said this in a post I made on YouTube. We should be getting a crime documentary on these, not a fucking reality TV show.
Greg should have pulled out.
Yeah.
We found out I'm pregnant.
Do we know for sure it's Logan's though? Like, this woman gets about. I may have to be careful about what I say about her, because Logan likes to sue people that talk about his wife's past, even though it's plastered all over the internet. I don't really like Dylan Dennis. I think he's a bit of a tit. But Logan's suing him because he let people know that she's took more dicks in the red light district. Let me simplify the logic down for you so you can understand how ridiculous this is. So Logan Paul signs to fight Dylan Dennis. Then he gets engaged to this woman. So then Dylan says she's had loads of boyfriends. So then Logan uses his millions seconds to literally silence this man and take every penny he's earned just because he spoke about what she's literally done. Please explain how that is morally accepted. The scammer gets to scam his way out of shit talk all because he's rich. You start to see a bit of a theme with rich people in this world, don't you? It's like as soon as they get money, they can't do anything wrong. And when they do something genuinely wrong, they can just pay to say they haven't.
So we spent $30K on a gender reveal party.
An abortion would have been more beneficial to the world, but you know.
This is the biggest journeys of our lives. And what, am I standing kind of funny?
Like an upset housewife. We both want to become champions. We bring out the best in each other.
How the fuck's Jake Paul managed that? Holy shit. What we're on about is rich, of course he can fuck that. He's actually engaged to her now as well. Imagine spending the rest of your life with Jake fucking Paul. Like, even though his hair looks like they picked up the hair from someone's haircut on the floor and tried to glue it back on his head. If you've got money, that will magically start looking really attractive. Nah, fair play to him. The sex must be Olympic level as well, I can imagine.
Jake texted me. You are truly a gaslighting, delusional, ego-driven narcissist.
You don't even tell a single fucking friend, bro.
Go fuck yourself.
Ah, wow, drama. That's definitely not been influenced by the production and writing team at all. I just can't stand the concept of reality TV shows. It's just shit. It just sums up America, doesn't it? By the fact the most famous family there are the fucking Kardashians. A family that's literally only famous because their dad was one of the attorneys for the O.J. Simpson case. A man who literally murdered 2 people. There's no two ways about it. They're famous because their dad was a part of a famous murder case. And now they have a show talking about the problems and struggles. Even though besides the royal family, they are the most privileged people on the fucking planet.
This baby opened up a gentle side of the Pauls.
Oh, it's smelly.
Right, and like, does anyone give a shit or believe that in the slightest?
It just opens up a gentle side of the Pauls.
Right, nice one. Crack on then. I don't give a fuck who you are. You've got a camera following you. You're naturally always going to try and perform in front of it, aren't you? So no one's ever going to see what they're truly like. They're too smart for that. When smart won't be the word. They're just not that stupid, you know? Your new American dream. You can fucking have him. Dream. It's more of a nightmare. Now, kids in America are being sold that the Paul family is the American dream. If America wasn't already fucked as it is, that's the American dream.
I don't know how to do it. You're in the time. They could cancel our show. I've sprained my ankles. My fight with Tyson. Now it's in jeopardy.
If only that was fucking true. Him walking in with a sprained ankle would still have made it a mismatch. The bloke was 60 years old. The fact that Jake felt like he needed to be 100% to fight a 60-year-old bloke who smokes weed and takes mushrooms is fucking crazy. Reality, remember? I can't believe we let that happen, by the way. Like, they sold out a stadium and broadcasted a young man beating up an old man. Like, that is fucked up.
I'm willing to risk everything.
God, I hate this.
Just have one thing to say.
Oh, Jake's on fire.
Yeah, let's add some more fire to make our lives seem even more crazy.
We set shit on fire, everyone. We're so controversial.
Whilst we have a helicopter landing in the fucking gardens. Jesus Christ.
To my whole family, shut the fuck up. We got a show to make. And
Rolling through the city with the big dogs.
Let's make our bets now. I've got money on the fact that this will be the only season they'll make. People don't give a shit about this family anymore. Or I don't think they ever did, to be honest. We've had enough of them and we already know who they are. They started as daily vloggers on YouTube and that's when there was actually respectable creators. Yeah, they were still dicks, but you couldn't knock them from the content they were creating. You know, I'll give credit where credit's due. And for some reason, they think we're going to care more now they've got more money and become more disconnected from the rest of the world. Nah, it's not happening. People have their own lives to live to not give a shit about this circus. HBO Max, what a crazy downfall from the Sopranos and The Wire to this shit. For $10 a month, fuck that. You're about to get more refund requests, if anything. I wouldn't even watch that for free on the Fire Stick. I feel like I've been scammed for my time. I don't want to be added to the Logan Paul scam list. March 27th, I mean, we'll see how it goes, won't we? It'll probably come out the same day this video comes out. It's America, so it'll probably do well because this is what they like, believe it or not. They like this shit. This shite falls under the same category as Love Island. Another show where I just physically cannot stand. You see people go on it and then come out of it and then walk around like the fucking big time. Forgetting the fact you're only famous because you went on Love Island, which automatically makes you a famous twat. There's a difference. YouTube's just taking over this shit. Anything mainstream is just fucking boring now. And more people are starting to realise that they show you what they want you to see. From the news to talk shows to these reality TV shitfests. People want to watch people for genuine opinions, not people that have just been suppressed by the mainstream. Not these fake interviews that are all planned to promote the celebrity's new song or new film coming out. If people want to watch it, they'll watch it. Stop throwing it down our fucking necks. We're not Logan Paul's missus on a night out. Anyways, I feel as I've said now what I needed to say. Wow, that was a lot. I'm gonna give Logan Paul's missus a message. See if she responds. She probably will.
Long way to the top if you wanna rock and roll.